New details in a federal fraud case involving a Georgia man accused of scamming nearly $1 million from victims across the country. Investigators say the scheme hit college football fans and even people trying to buy tickets to one of the biggest pop tours in the world. This morning, Matthew Timothy Neet is facing charges including wire fraud and theft by deception. The U.S. Attorney's Office says dozens of victims were targeted, including UGA football fans and investors, with losses totaling $943,000. One of those victims says he is still in shock years later.
You read about it and you always think, well, that's somebody else and you won't be that naive. And then you figure when it happens to you, you go, how did I miss that?